Today we're going to take the time to answer the question, can you make money in Pokemon today? Let's take a look right after this. Alright guys, I'm Andy with Northwoods TCG, and today we're going to be taking a look at can you make money in Pokemon today. This is January of 2024. Are there opportunities in the current market to be able to make money? Well, today we're going to be taking a look at that. Naysayers say no, optimists say yes. Is there a right or wrong direction, or is there a place in the middle that kind of shows that there is a place for everybody to potentially be profitable in Pokemon in 2024? So before we do that, and before we move into the video, make sure you hit that subscribe, hit that notify, and last but not least, hit that like button. Guys, it's greatly appreciated. It helps out the channel a lot by doing so. And once again, I'd be very appreciative if you could do that. Now, let's take a look at can you make money in Pokemon? The short answer is yes. There has always been an opportunity to make money in Pokemon, whether it was the slowest time in the Pokemon history or the busiest time in the Pokemon history. All of which had opportunities to do so, and every one of them has panned out to do rather well for individuals throughout the hobby. If you follow the Choose Your Path series, we have individuals that have been in here for a long period of time, in a short period of time. Some have been planning things out for years, and some have been into it in the last couple of years, all of which have found very successful paths in the Pokemon TCG to really move forward and create a workable, profitable Pokemon business. Now, is it easy? No. I think that's the bigger problem why a lot of people that are on the naysaying or the other side that say no, it's not, are truly sitting there saying that is because they don't want to work for the money. It doesn't go back to the 2020-21 idea of just buying something at Walmart at MSRP right off the shelf, going home, doubling the price, selling it on eBay, selling it on Instagram, selling it on any other platform, and making that quick cash. That does not happen any longer. And if that's why you're in the Pokemon TCG and you're trying to make money in Pokemon just doing that, it's not going to turn out very well. And you should probably look at for another source of income to do that in. It's not here any longer. It's moved on, and it's not for the worst. Let's be honest. We have now a more stable market. Things are moving at a better trajectory, and you can kind of plot things out to know how to position yourself to be really, really successful moving forward. Now, what are some of the ways that we've seen people continue to make money? The end of 2023, Scarlet and Violet has just been a downer. Nobody really likes it. It's really slow moving. Products are dropping in price. Booster boxes are at the lowest that we've seen in the last 2 years. And overall, it just feels like the Pokemon hobby is just falling apart around Scarlet and Violet. It's farther from the truth. Overall, we're seeing some very good success in Scarlet and Violet, just not necessarily in the sealed product currently. It's new. It's brand new. The stuff is just getting to be a year old coming up in March. We can't expect all these specific large gains to happen every single set that comes out. Yes, we will see some really good sets that will be very good, have very good pushes, see really good gains, and they will never stop gaining, right? They will just continue to move forward. But over time, we have continued to see more and more sets have a more rigorous and slow growth chart, a slow growth increase to where you can make money on them. It just takes time if you're going for that route. Now, if you're looking for that quicker, more business style money where you're trying to actually bring in inventory, go through and sell inventory to make profit on these particular items and make money in Pokemon, well, I got a ticket for you. The one way to do that is to sit there and start actually doing bulk. Now, I've said bulk a couple times. Last year I kind of talked about that was a big part of the business, and this year it's going to continue to be a big part of the business. Overall, there is a really nice margin of individuals that like to purchase bulk cards for tournament play. Certain tournament cards will do really well. Other cards will never gain value, and then you'll be stuck with that bulk for a long period of time. You can still sell it to other places for 2 to 5 cents a card, just depending on if it's a common to a holo. That all just depends on those pricing, and you could hold bulk for a longer period of time, hoping that value would go up. Do I think it will? Probably not as much as it used to in the past, but once again, you could really maximize your profit by picking out the really good cards out of those bulk bins, sorting them, and selling them on TCG Player. Now, you don't want to do all that. I don't want to work at that. I don't want to make the money that direction. All right, here's going to be my second direction that I would send you in. Start looking at alternative business solutions. Number one alternative business solution is look at opening packs. Opening packs for individuals is a very enjoyable thing. A lot of individuals like to have their favorite content creators or just have packs open and have the hits sent to them. A lot of individuals don't like to deal with bulk, so if they could just pay you to open the packs, you keep the bulk, you send them the good cards, you still have another opportunity, once again, to sell bulk. You can go ahead and work through that and make a little bit extra profit on those box breaks, but then on top of it, you can take that actually to the next level of becoming a content creator, having a profitable business, selling bulk, and when you are selling sealed, and you can have a profitable business selling sealed packs, or just sitting there continuing to open up these packs for individuals. It also leads a lot of times with a little bit of work and time and effort to being able to sell sealed product also. You can purchase sealed product, wait a little bit, such as a lot of stuff in the Sword and Shield era, and wait for it to continue to move up in price. As it moves up in price, you can start listing that for the margins that you're looking for. Nice thing is that there are some platforms out there nowadays that give you a great opportunity to not pay 13% fees for selling on their particular sites. The more you can reduce that cost, the better off that you are. TikTok right now giving a great opportunity for stars to start up. There's also other places like Facebook Marketplace, Facebook Pokemon World, places like that. Craigslist are still good opportunities to be able to make money in Pokemon in 2024. There are several different avenues that you can continue to work on. You can work on graded cards. You can learn to source raw cards from a reputable source. Bring in really nice raw cards, clean them up, make sure that they're all nice and spiffy. Go through, flatten out the corners, make sure everything looks good on them so that they're in scene condition you can do. And take those cards and send them off to PSA. Send them off to Beckett if they're good enough. And try to make a little bit more of an increase by going from a raw card to a PSA 10 or a Beckett 10 Pristine or Black Label if possible. These are all alternatives that we could potentially see in 2024. Now, I know a lot of people are hearing issues in grading, and do I think all of grading is going to suffer because of the deals going on with one company or an issue having a company? No. I think that overall, there'll still be great opportunities, especially in those chase cards in particular sets at PSA, at Beckett, to be able to really define yourself as a marketer for these particular items. Being able to get that eye, do some practice, send some things out to get graded, definitely a must-do for anybody that's looking at making money in Pokemon. Whether or not you continue to do it, at least knowing how to do it is extremely important for that profitability factor when it comes down to the actual market itself, especially in a small scale. Now, once again, we can sit here and talk about goals. What are your goals for creating money in the Pokemon hobby? Are you just trying to do it as a hobby and make a couple $1,000s here and there over the course of a year? Are you trying to sell $10,000 worth of inventory in order to be able to have a 20 to 30% margin on that and make a decent amount of money in a year? Or are you just kind of whenever you want to sell something and make money, you can? That's all going to determine how you're going to set up and really address yourself for actually operating in Pokemon and how you can best position yourself when it comes down to the market. All these things are very important, but in the actual terms of it, it's not going to be easy to make money just on the short flip. The short flip is very difficult to do. It's a lot of times just a lot of luck. Even like these Evolving Skies packs, the fact that I was able to find these in tins that were on sale and had two of these actual Evolving Skies packs in them is not easy to do, nor were there very many of them. I had a total of 14 tins that I was able to find between 3 stores. Now, does that mean that it doesn't happen with other products? No, there's plenty of other products that these opportunities are sitting into. You just need to take the time and diagnose which products have what packs, be confident that they're inside of there, because let's be honest, they use tins for multiple packs. Whether you do the Tyranitar and Empoleon tins, they change 3 times from the release to the middle to the end. There's all different types of packs in there, and you really don't know which tin gives you which product. You almost have to buy one tin out of a group that you see at the store and see which ones have what in them. So like I just bought an Empoleon tin recently, hoping there'd be 3 packs of Evolving Skies like there was at one point, but it ended up being 5 packs of Brilliant Stars. Big difference when it comes down to the overall value in those. Once again, just reiterating that you can really sit there and diagnose and look through product and be able to see many different successful ways in the Pokemon TCG to make money in 2024. We've done it before 2020, and we will continue to do it past 2024. There are successful routes. There are successful ways to do this. You just need to be able to analyze your market, work at analyzing your market. Maybe your small town doesn't have a good source for booster boxes. Maybe you could become a source for that town. You don't need to necessarily open up an LCS or do anything like that, but you could just put your name out on the street and on the local Facebook pages that you have Pokemon cards. It's amazing how many people will contact you asking you what you have and what you're looking to sell, what your prices are, what kind of cards you have. I have a small business just here of local people that are continually looking for packs for their kids. They're not necessarily looking for the newer sets, but they're really looking for older sets or more of the vintage style sets. Some of the things that are a little bit more difficult to get at Walmart or at Targets, but you can still have access to them if you know the right chains. And learning those chains and creating these businesses and creating these connections are going to be key overall to being successful in 2024. Now, it is possible to make money in 2024. It's not going to be a given. It's not going to be easy any longer. When it comes down to your investment, if you're looking at Pokemon investments in 2024, there aren't going to be very many that are extremely fast gains. There are little plays here and there. There always have been that you can buy a card on one site and sell it on another for double the price. Or you could get a single graded at PSA, break it, and go send it to Beckett, and if it gets the pristine 10 at Beckett, you can actually do another $200-300 on that particular cards on some of the big chase cards. These opportunities will be there, and they will continue to be there. You just need to know how to analyze that market, take the time, understand your sales base and what you're trying to sell, and then come up with an ultimate goal for what you're looking to do. Try and get out of your mind that it's going to be a quick sale. Once you get to that point in the Pokemon TCG, there are a lot of avenues for success. There's a lot of ways to make money in the Pokemon TCG, and there will continue to be a lot of ways to make money in the Pokemon TCG. I am going to continue to keep you on my journey, how well we're doing between TikTok, TCG Player, and then also just kind of selling through Craigslist and other sources like that, just so everybody can see how well you can perform in 2024. This is my first year of having almost like a small business in my basement, to where I am looking ahead and trying to be profitable in this business. Now, typically, I've just always taken it and rolled it right back into Pokemon. Now, I want to start paying myself for the hours I work, which is going to be a new endeavor, a new challenge coming up in 2024. And we will continue to cover that on how this is happening and how well this is performing, so that you guys can have an idea of how this works, even in this market. In 2024, is it possible to pay myself out of my hobby, out of my inventory, and continue to bring new inventory to continue to roll that around? That's going to be the key to be watching here in 2024. Hopefully, it'll be very, very enlightening on how this happens. And that way, other individuals, as they move into the Pokemon hobby, can see if they're looking for a alternative income. Not saying quit your job and start doing this. You can if you become very successful. But if you're just looking for a nice little side income, that's what we're going to be looking for here in Northwoods TCG in 2024. Hopefully, it helps you maybe see that it's possible for you, maybe in 2025 or 2026. Once again, there's a lot of options. The sky's the limits, and there are a lot of opportunities out there in Pokemon that are still there. If anybody's saying that Pokemon's dead and there's no way you can make money in Pokemon in 2024 after the market, tell them false. There's absolutely ways to do it. It's just not quick, which is what a lot of people want. They don't want to work. And if they don't want to work, they're not going to see the opportunities that are present here in Pokemon in 2024. So overall, guys, thank you guys for watching. Hopefully some good information. Hopefully you can see the tracks of what we're looking for here in the Pokemon in 2024, where there is opportunities, which is, of course, that bulk market is always a great opportunity just to be able to sell cards and have a consistent cash flow coming back. It supports that base, really brings in a little bit of income just to kind of completely fortify you, so you have something to grow on top of. Moving into sales platforms, whether you use TikTok shops, whether you use Mercari, whether you use eBay or TCG Player, looking at the different margins and being able to capitalize them are definitely going to be an advantage that you can have in 2024. Sealed product sells fairly decent on a lot of these sites. Once again, getting a presence and starting to push videos, becoming part of the community and really pushing yourself in front of the community so you get seen, really do increase those sales. People do enjoy to see who is selling them something. They like to see those reviews. So if you're going to be selling something, be sure you follow through. Do great packaging. Make sure that the things are completely safe and do exactly what you're going to send. If they ask you for a clean booster box or a clean ETB for a display purpose, by God, get them a good one. Don't be messing around and sending them one that might have a little nick because you're not paying attention. That little bit of extra effort, paying attention, can be the difference between you being successful and you failing in 2024. All these little things will lead up, but if you follow through the paths, follow through with what you're saying. If someone asks for something and it's not an extreme, it's simple to do. Follow through with it and just give them the extra effort, and you'll be successful in 2024 and into the future when you want to be in the Pokemon business and making a little bit of money on Pokemon here in 2024. Hopefully this is some good information. Hopefully this helps you out on maybe some of the information as you're starting in Pokemon. If you are starting in 2024, this may give you an idea how you can even fund your own hobby and create your own collections with the income from your collections. Overall, guys, hopefully if this was good information, you can check out the 2 videos at the end. Hopefully I've earned your subscription today, and this is good information, so you'll hit that subscribe before you leave if you're new here. And last but not least, be sure you hit that like button before you leave. It definitely helps out the channel overall. And we'll see you next time here on Northwoods TCG.